Alrighty, here we are again, huh? Unfortunately, the handyman interrupted me the last time, so... But yeah, this time I saved, so... Take off where we left off.
Hello again. What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. She's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
When she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Holy shit. It's the KGB, the CIA, the NSA, the Pirate Security Force.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Oh, do we have another serial number? No, we did not. Oh, we had the key already. Never mind. I'm kind of fiddling around with a MP3 based tape recorder player, sort of. It's kind of neat. It goes inside my Amstrad CDC 464, and it has like a little SD card inside, and on there is like WAV files and WAV files, and basically you can play. So I found some instructions online, but they were not well written. They were literally just a 11-second video. So I had to experiment myself a bit, and I didn't even know which side I had to turn the tape to, because it turns out in the video it's the opposite side. So I guess the video was from 2019, so I guess they made some modifications to the tape in the meantime. And the original had a blue LED. This one has a red one and a green one. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I copied, I pirated the Colors of Magic to it. Terry Pratchett game, text adventure. Not that well rated, not that well received. But I copied it too and I tested it. And I don't have much experience with the Amstrad CPC, so I feel it's a little bit slower. And by a little, I mean a lot. It feels like there's like some sort of loader part, some turbo loader part or something missing. Because it takes forever to actually load the game. So, like, I tested it in an emulator in CPC, I think it's called. And on there, even with all the default options, even with with the turbo functionality turned off, and just emulating everything at stock Amstrad CPC speeds. I mean, it's emulating the later versions of an Amstrad CPC. Maybe the tape on that is faster or something. Let's try using the key without giving the parrot anything.
Oh! That's not supposed to be unlocked.
I'd better and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good.
Okay,
I
now
like things neat. Gotta get these edges perfect. That's folded perfectly. That'll do, Ferret. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
Okay, maybe... Do I need a new key now? Hope not,
Welcome
I hope
back.
not.
Please try not to touch anything that seems like you're not supposed to touch it.
Okay. I guess I can't get an achievement for that, can I? I kind of wonder if I would get an achievement. Let's actually try and get back to... Let's load that the game again, sorry guys.
Hello again.
Wait.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
First of all, there's gotta be a way to skip. Oh, there is. Why is this an extra option? Like, this kind of sounds like incompetence, to be honest. Like, why not put it on these? Why do I have to have an extra dot? Seems like really old-fashioned. Oh no, there's a moth because my window is open.
Hello again. What happened?
The numbers are you, and if you...
Well, what's just...
The numbers only a pro.
Can I borrow...
My magnify... If you want to play...
Who's the old...
You mean what seems to know...
How well do you know...
Not
Kinda
well
had
enough.
to.
It's across from my old location, too.
When she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coin.
I kind of had to switch venues as well, so
On a quest.
Exciting. The
it's
story
got a
in my...
window now. But yeah, there's moths. Because it's summer, it's hot. And I have to have the window open.
That seems...
Maybe.
I think I'll...
Try not to touch any...
Let's see if I get like an achievement for getting this right. Hopefully if there is an achievement, I didn't just ruin it. I don't know how the achievements work in this game. But yeah, as I was saying, it's really slow. I'm still looking for an M4 because that would be preferable. I don't know what happened to the guy. Is the guy, if he's still active? On his blog it says he sold about 700 of these M4s, which is crazy, like for an old 8-bit computer like the Amstrad CPC 464. It's crazy that they would sell 700 of those. But yeah, it's a great device because it has Wi-Fi and it has basically like the ability to just load everything via Wi-Fi. So instead of wait, how am I standing in the, oh, I'm standing in the way of the lock. There we go. Meanwhile, at the mansion. This is just like in Day of the Tentacle.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation? Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that. People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed. I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Interesting. Oh, let's actually head to the governor's mansion. So yeah, the M4 would have been ideal because like you can just copy files via Wi-Fi. So you copy, in my case, I would create a tape file or a disk version. There's an ability, I think, I think you'd probably still need like an external interface for the disk. I'm not sure if floppy disks are supported by default in the 464. But basically, you would copy disk files or tape files or whatever. You would copy those to the M4 via Wi-Fi, and then it would run it from there, and that would be a lot faster than having to copy stuff to, in my case, to an SD card. Remove the SD card from the tape first, because for some reason the USB doesn't work. I need to check if it's just a cable or if there's something wrong with the device, because the manual says that you can't actually copy stuff, that it actually doubles as a card reader, so that you would just have to lock the stuff, that you would just have to log it out, that you would just have to plug it into your USB port, and then you could just copy stuff to the SD card without removing it, but that doesn't seem to be the case on mine, so maybe it's just a cable.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Because there's actually a cable. There's actually a couple of USB cables that are sort of metered. So the one that came, I remember the one that came with the SNES Classic couldn't actually be used for data. They kind of neutered the cable so that you wouldn't even try to copy files. And then once you had modded your SNES Classic, you had to use another micro USB cable, as far as I remember. So yeah, there's that. So it might be something like that going on. But I need something like that for development of Ocean Thrill, obviously. Originally, I had the idea of just using a tape recorder, but I couldn't even find a tape recorder, to be honest. And it's, yeah, maybe for the final release versions, well, not maybe, obviously, but for development purposes, I think it makes more sense to have something that just works like this little MP3 tape player recorder is what it's called. I'll leave a link in the description, I think, if there's anybody else interested. I might actually make a video as well. Let me see.
I think I should move farther away from the quartermaster first. Classic and subtle. Like me?
Threepwood, are you trying to fool me by wearing an eye patch? That is the worst disguise I've ever seen.
No, of course not. Just having a little eye trouble. Left wrist.
Ah, try some cashews. You might be short on magnesium. Or wits.
Darn, I thought this thing was supposed to be magic. I must have forgotten something.
Oh yeah, I forgot something. I need to bring it
Better
to...
take off this eye patch first.
My bad.
Hey, watch it!
What was that? Oh, somebody threw out something from the bar. There's a lot of interactivity going on. Kind of like it. It doesn't look like anything has changed inside of here, though. But yeah, there you go. Need to give it to her first, obviously.
Can you fix this?
Ah, it's hanging again.
The famous eye patch disguise of John Lane. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away.
Good. Great. So, can you charge it up again?
I can, if
If...
you bring me one more thing. A particular charm of great power.
You couldn't have told me this earlier?
I could have. You must bring me the bite of 1,000 needles. Then I will recharge your eye patch.
The bite of 1,000 needles.
It's not a
Can you be
book.
a tiny bit more specific?
No.
Alright, let's see what I can do.
I thought it was a book at the library. Which might be a bit tough because I haven't brought back the book. The last one. I thought I saw it at the library. That would be really tough because I didn't bring back the recipe book. Book of Treasure? Nope. Elaine? Okay, never mind. I thought I saw it somewhere. It's weird. Maybe it's a map? I really thought I saw it somewhere. I have 1,000 needles. It's an interesting one. Let's give it a look out for a bit.
Hi again. Say,
You'll have to excuse me. I think I see something on the horizon.
Head down to the docks. Huh. Wait, maybe it's the museum? Maybe it was at the museum. Bite of 1,000 needles. I saw it before somewhere.
Oh, hi. I've got some bad news. Someone stole John Laney's eye patch.
no. Some people have no respect for private property.
It must have happened right after you left. Did you see anyone on your way out?
Not a soul.
Let's see. Bite of 1,000 needles. I thought I saw it somewhere. It's so weird. Big leg. Huh. Where did I see this? I definitely saw it somewhere. Maybe at Wally's? I thought it was an item at some store. Rose Street.
Hey, Wally. Bye. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. It's a map on a fan. What will they think of next?
I'll be right back. I'm taking another break. It's too hot.